You know, if you had told me back in 2010 if I would have talked about My Little Pony this much by the year 2024, I would have first asked how you got a time machine, and then called you crazy.
My Little Pony, My Little Pony.
The My Little Pony franchise has been going on for over 40 years and has gone through 5 different generations. And over the past 12 years, I've looked at least one thing from each. Well, almost. I did reactions to both Rescue at Midnight Castle and an episode of My Little Pony Tales, both part of Generation 1. I originally thought My Little Pony Tales was part of Generation 2, but actually Generation 2 didn't have any movies or shows. The most it got was some virtual pet game. Of course, I've done plenty of reviews and reactions to Generation 4, and a couple months ago reviewed an episode of Generation 5. But then there's Generation 3, which the only thing I've covered from it have been these abortions. Ugh. Newborn Cuties Over Two Rainbows I still think is the worst animated thing I've ever seen. Maybe if it were a web animation I would be a little forgiving, but as far as I can tell, this and so many different ways to play were sold on DVD. And because of these, I was just willing to write G3 off as completely terrible. After all, most other people do. While some have their issues with G1 and 5, and G2 didn't have enough to form an opinion on, most agree that G3 was every bad stereotype of a little girl show, and has absolutely nothing redeemable about it. But is that fair? I guess it's a good thing I was given this to review, because I want to give G3 a fair shake. After all, if I judged G4 on one random Pony Life short, that wouldn't be fair. So let's talk about an actual G3 special, specifically the 4th one, A Very Minty Christmas, released in October of 2005. Because of course it was released in October, something they carried on to G4. This is A Very Minty Christmas. So we begin in Ponyville with a song called That's What I Love About Christmas that's actually pretty solid.
That's what I love about Christmas. Hard to believe that it's almost here.
It's nothing I'll really listen to on my own time, but it's alright. The music is done by a man named Mark Waters, who's worked on a lot of TV shows and movies such as The Pebble and the Penguin and Doug's first movie. Anyway, we see all the ponies decorating, having fun, and I just gotta say, there's something off-putting about the character designs. I don't know, they just have those big eyes giving blank stares a lot of the time. I think they tried to put a little too much into them to make them cute, and they actually come off a little creepy. So we head to the candy shop and see 2 ponies arguing about what color and taste the candy cane should be.
That would be good, but what if we made it silver glitter and blueberry flavored?
Has that pony been a chronic smoker since the age of 2? Apparently, they're making a special candy cane that's been a tradition in Ponyville, and after a few jokes that are confusingly edited, one of them, named Cotton Candy, gets tangled in the lights. How does that even happen? As someone who's wrapped themselves in lights on multiple occasions, it is very unlikely to wrap around you like that. Burning's another story. Now watch this. Okay, she was clearly pulled to her right and somehow gets pulled to the left. I know this is a cartoon about magic talking equines, some of whom can fly, but you need some physics. Well, she gets over, becoming a tornado rather quickly, and asks about the candy cane, and suggests a pink minty flavor.
How about pink and mint? Pinky is the Christmas host this year, right? Add some mint, and you have Pinky Mint.
That just sounds like you're trying to ship 2 of your friends, Cotton. By the way, that's Kelly Sheridan. We then see 3 others building a snowman as they rush off to hear the Christmas speech. Here we meet Minty, voiced by Tabitha St. Germain. And while trying to fix the snowman...
No. Maybe a scooch to the right.
Good job, Minty. You killed Frosty. She then desecrates his corpse by putting her stocking around its neck to hide her manslaughter. So Pinkie Pie, voiced by Jean-Zé Jaude, sorry if I mispronounced that, gives a speech thanking Rainbow Dash for last year's Christmas.
You made last year's Christmas so colorful and filled with, well, rainbows.
Why, thank you. Thank you, darlings. How darling of you all.
Oh, this came first, Kyle. This came first. They can act however they want. So they plan to use the candy cane to put on top of the tree.
This candy candy cane is sprinkled with magical glowing dust, so Santa can see through all the clouds and make his way to Ponyville on Christmas Eve.
Thought that's what all the lights were for, but if you want to use magic candy, you go for it.
Did she say clouds? Why does it have to be clouds?
Is that her thing?
Don't worry, Thistle Whistle.
Thistle Whistle? Yeah, that's her thing.
My friends, this year's Here Comes Christmas candy cane! Whoa! It's the Here Comes Christmas candy cane!
Yes, she just said that. Is this a cult? Is this some kind of female-only cult? Is that why there's no males in this town? How do you reproduce? Minty, not realizing she could just go to the side here, burst through.
Sorry. Sorry. Was that your foot? Oh,
We don't have feet.
hi, Mints. Thought that was you. Hey, nice sock. Thanks. They're one of my favorites. Of course, I do love my green socks the best, or maybe my silver sparkle socks are my favorite, but I really like my rainbow socks and my glow-in-the-dark socks. Yeah. Oh, who am I kidding? I love all my socks.
Something's wrong with her. They place the candy cane on top with the help of Starcatcher. As every pony else goes off to decorate, Minty starts thinking, a dangerous thing for her to do, thinking she needs to fix it. She flies a balloon up.
Just a little closer. If I could just move the bottom a little.
No, instead Minty, who I'm convinced has OCD, drops the damn thing and it smashes on the ground.
Do-over.
Sucks. Make another one.
What am I gonna do? I broke the special, bright, shiny, pink, one-of-a-kind Here Comes Christmas candy cane into a bunch of crackly pieces.
Make another one. This really doesn't seem that difficult. They made that one, didn't seem to take that long. Just make another.
What are we all gonna do? I've ruined Christmas for everybody. This is not good. Not good at all.
You're not very bright, are you, Minty?
Sparkleworks, can I tell you something?
Oh, sorry. No time right now, Minty. I've got to finish all these lampposts. Can we talk tomorrow?
You can do both. To her credit, she does try and tell, but I don't know. Can you tell me why this happens?
Minty, look out!
I know she's wearing a sock, but I doubt that caused that much slippage. Unfortunately, no one listens to Minty because they all seem to think she's a fuck-up, which, okay, she is, but she could still blurt out that she broke the candy cane. Minty feels bad since her mistake will make Santa miss Ponyville, and wants to make things right.
That's it! I will be Santa and give everyone a great present!
Well, that should have been Plan Z, but guess that'll work. Where do you plan on getting them?
It has to be socks! Haha!
They all burned her at the stake the next day. Come on, Minty, unless you're Dumbledore or me, no one wants socks for Christmas. I'm a sock killer. I go through so many socks over the course of a year. As every pony goes to sleep, Minty prepares for her trip. Time for another song.
The simple white kind, the glow by night kind. With socks you can't go wrong. They always come in handy. And nothing says Christmas like a pair of socks.
Yeah, this one isn't very good. The singing is fine, but the music is pretty generic and the lyrics are about socks. So she begins breaking into houses, leaving socks, and by socks I mean sock, as in one. She gives out one single sock. Again, apparently easier than just telling everyone you broke the candy cane. Scream it, girl. There's a few cute jokes here, but it eventually is found out when she enters Pinkie Pie's house.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, how did you get in my house? So she comes clean.
Why? What's wrong with the real Santa?
Broken?
You broke Santa?
I mean, you saw what she did to Frosty. Who knows what she could do to Santa? Now watch this tone of voice change.
I broke the Here Comes Christmas candy cane.
Oh, Minty! Whoa, Minty!
It's like she started out angry, but then remembered, wait, she's the dumb one. I should have expected this. Although to be fair, how did no one else notice it missing?
Minty, what's
What's your sock doing on my mantle?
Again, I think you're brushing over the whole being in your house while you're sleeping thing.
We'll think of something. I've got it!
You've got it?
Nah.
That scene did nothing but put me 5 seconds closer to death.
This is it. I feel it.
I feel it too. What am I feeling?
Leave town.
Alright, that was good. No, she tells her to go to the North Pole herself and get Santa. And Minty immediately loves the idea and heads off, no doubt dying of exposure 2 hours later, and no pony got any presents. No Thistlewhistle follows her despite her fear of clouds. Why is she afraid of clouds? And just as one final flip off to the other pony, she knocks over the tree. This pony is causing more harm to Christmas than the Grinch.
Hey, everybody! It's not in the snow. Well, not in one piece. It broke. Minty accidentally broke it into a bunch of crackly little pieces.
Why are you surprised by that?
First, we need to go rescue Minty.
Rescue her? Oh dear. Is she in danger, darling?
She's Minty, isn't she? And she's flying a balloon.
My word, darling, why didn't you tell us sooner? Who knows how many creatures she could kill with that balloon? Minty does manage to make it to the North Pole, but she misses it. Thankfully, Thistlewhistle is here.
More clouds? Why does it always have to be clouds?
Again, why would a Pegasus be afraid of clouds? She saves her. Somehow this happens. Leaving Thistle tied up and the balloon out of control, getting a hole in it and leaving them dangling over a cliff.
Tell me again why that candy cane was so important.
You are about to fucking die! The rest of the ponies show up just in time to save them, and they finally arrive at Santa's village, and it's all very Christmassy.
Oh, look how darling, darlings.
Learn more words, Rainbow Dash. But it turns out Santa has already left, which, yeah, no shit. But they all forgive her for her mistake, and as they hug, this happens. The ponies are radioactive. That explains so much. And they head back with another song.
Wish you the magic of Christmas.
It's okay. Those faces are still creepy though. And when they get back to Ponyville, the tree and candy cane are fixed. And for some reason, Minty's socks are on the tree as well.
You gave us your precious socks, darling? How darling.
Shut up! The socks are filled with treats, which... Does this mean Minty created the concept of Christmas stockings? But how did Santa find them?
Maybe it's not the glow of a special candy cane that brings Santa to Ponyville every year, but the glow of everyone's love and concern for each other.
Oh, so this movie was completely pointless. Okay, I'll be nice. It's a good message, and it's all cute and stuff. And we end the special with a reprise of the first song. Okay, great. How long is this? Oh, God. Also, Minty apparently hasn't gotten over her OCD.
Smidge to the left. No. Maybe a scooch to the right. Minty! What?
Well, that was harmless, but still not very good. It's better than Newborn Cuties. I mean, it's a freaking masterpiece compared to those. The animation is colorful, the voice acting's good, it's got a few funny moments and a decent message, but the plot is very thin that it can't even fill 44 minutes. The characters are pretty one note, the songs are a mixed bag, and it's overall just kind of dull. There's not much in terms of stakes, and the stakes they create are only there because the characters are idiots. I don't hate it. If I had a kid and they wanted to watch it, I'd think it's fine, but I can't recommend this to anyone older than 7. Well, that ends reviews for 2024, so Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, check out Red Ribbon Reviewers in the description box below, and I'll see y'all next time for my final yearly look back. Bye.
And that's what I love about Christmas. Hard to believe that it's almost here. That's what I love about Christmas. Have a very merry